today, well tonight, I thought I would just do a chatty video talking to you guys about how to stay calm before and during your wedding. And as a bride that just got married a month ago, I feel that I have a lot to say about this because I had one goal for my wedding, and that was not for everything to go off without a hitch, because I knew that that was not going to happen. And actually, in reality, I had a lot of things kind of going wrong before my wedding, which I'll get into. I knew that it was just going to be chaos, but my number one goal was I wanted everyone there to be like, wow, Elle is so chill. Like, that was my goal, because I've been to a lot of weddings where I've seen both ends of the spectrum, and I've been in weddings of friends of both ends of the spectrum where you'll have like a super kind of stressed out person be super chill on their wedding day, and you're like, whoa, like she's enjoying this so much and she's just like so in love and so chill. And then I've also seen a pretty chill in general friend be a basket case on her wedding day. Moral of the story is I wanted to be a really chill and like relaxed bride, and that is what I want to talk about today. How to be a cool bride. I'm not a regular bride, I'm a cool bride. I just watched that movie and it was really good. Being calm and being chill is 99% inside of your brain, and you have to choose to be that way. And for me, it was a really conscious choice because I'm a pretty like stressed out and high anxiety person in general, especially with big life events. And like your wedding is like your biggest life event in terms of time put into one celebration. I mean, obviously having kids and stuff would be like a bigger life event, but it wouldn't be bigger in terms of like everyone coming together to celebrate this like ceremony and stuff. So I was pretty stressed out, and I feel like the further I got into planning, the more I realized that the closer to the wedding it got, the more I realized that I couldn't change anything at that point. Like, it was what it was. Like, I feel that if you're gonna stress out like 6 months before the wedding, where you still have time to like do things and change things as problems arise in your planning process. But as it gets closer to your wedding, you need to just shut it all down, because there's nothing you can do about it, and your wedding is happening and it's gonna happen the way it happens, and you have to just accept that, because you're not going to get another wedding unless you get married again or have another vow renewal. But for the purpose of this video, let's say that you're only gonna have one wedding. You just have to like let it all go, and that is so much easier said than done. Like, it's easy to sit here and tell all of you bride-to-bes out there, like, you just have to like choose to let it go. Just like let all your stress flutter away on the backs of butterflies. But seriously, that's what you have to do. By the way, I'm drinking ginger ale, which is like not even a drink that I necessarily ever drink, like since I was a little kid. But we're out of Diet Coke. I know, I'm back on Diet Coke. It's like so bad. I know, it's like my one vice. Like, at this point I just accepted it and whatever. Anyway, we're out. So I'm drinking ginger ale, which Alex like mixes with some sort of drink, and that's why we have it. It's kind of hitting the spot. It's like 10% hitting the spot what a Diet Coke would hit, but what you gonna do, guys? About 2 weeks before my wedding is when all of the major stress that had been piling up for about 6 months all like spiraled out of control on me, and I was stressed out about everything, every single thing. I mean, my dress wasn't done. In fact, my dress, like my first dress fitting was like 3 weeks before my wedding, and I had 4 fittings within that 3-week period. So just, there was a lot happening. I feel like the 2 weeks leading up to your wedding, you have appointments every single day, and even if things aren't going wrong in every department, it will feel like it is, because the little things become really, really big things because you have bride brain, and bride brain is a real thing that exists. My bride brain it got really, really weird. Let me just tell you, it got weird. Just everything feels like a big deal, and everything's hard, and you can't focus on anything because it just you feel like you're going a little bit crazy. At least I did. So my biggest advice is, about 1 week before my wedding, I decided I was gonna let it all go. And by that, I kind of just shut it all down, because I said to myself, you know what? At this point, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because I'm marrying my one true love in front of all of my friends and family, and they're all gonna eat really good food, and we're gonna have an open bar, so everyone's gonna get drunk, and we're all gonna dance all night, and it's gonna be amazing no matter what. So just let it all go, girl. And that's what I did. And it was absolutely a mental step that I had to take inside of my own head, and I had to tell myself that from that point on, it was like the wedding was already happening and nothing was gonna be changed, and just go with it. And I picked my dress up. My wedding was on a Sunday. I picked my dress up on Thursday night, and like if it hadn't fit me, it just wouldn't have fit me. Like that, it was what it was. Like I just was like, not gonna worry about it anymore. So as much as I can sit here and say that it's a mental thing, you have to just make the decision and do it, there's also other things that I did to help me stay calm. One of the things I did is, the week of my wedding, I didn't put any pressure on myself to do anything. I did not do anything that whole week except go to the appointments that I had to go to for my wedding. I know that not everyone would have that luxury because people have to work the week of their wedding. I work at home, and my main job right now is my sticker shop, which I own and run. So I kind of delegated everything that week to the girls that work there, and I just let myself be. I just let myself be that week. I took a lot of bubble baths. I read a lot. I listened to my Audible like nonstop. I lit candles. I did everything I could to just be like very zen. I did a lot of face masks, and I drank a lot of tea and a lot of water. I was on this like major hydration kick before my wedding. 2 weeks before my wedding, I started guzzling water, like so much water, so that I would be super hydrated. And I also thought it would help me from getting sick. That did not work. I did get sick. I took a lot of emergency. I read this article that said like 90% of brides get sick before their wedding, and I have a pretty good immune system. I hardly ever get sick to the point of needing antibiotics. I've only had to take a Z-Pack like once in my life. I've been on antibiotics maybe less than 5 times in my whole life. The Thursday before my Sunday wedding, I came down with bronchitis. What? 5 times in my whole life, if that, I've been on antibiotics, and I had to go on antibiotics the Friday before my Sunday wedding. Regardless of whether you're telling yourself to chill out, your body is stressed inside, because I don't know why every like 90% of brides would get sick if it wasn't like an anxiety stress. Like it makes your immune system not as good. It just, I think like subconsciously all of everything and like just all the pressure and everything, it just makes you a little bit crazy and you end up getting sick. I mean, holy cow, like worst situation ever. And then other things happened as well, like the fact that this is like turning into such a chatty vlog, but as I walked up the aisle to meet my husband, Blair, my maid of honor, had one job up there, and that was to fix my train. As I walked up, I was to hand the bouquet to her. She was to hand the bouquet to the next person, turn around and fix my train. And somehow during that, as I was getting situated, she ripped the veil out of my hair. So that happens like right at the beginning of my ceremony. I was in that mindset of like, who cares? Like, it's your wedding day. Like, be happy. I was sick as a dog. I had hardly any voice, and my veil was ripped out by my maid of honor, and I was just like this. Like, I just was so happy to be there, and you're just happy to be there. Hashtag Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Let it go. Like, just let yourself feel free and happy that you're getting married in the first place, and that you get to have this ceremony and wear a beautiful dress and marry your best friend. And of course, there's other things you can do to help yourself also stay sane, like relaxing the week of your wedding. The day of my wedding and the days leading up to my wedding, I took a relaxed mood vitamin. I've been working with this vitamin line called Vitafusion. I'm their first ever beauty expert. They're a beauty spokesperson. And if you guys watched on my other channel, I did like a whole 12-day New York vlogging trip. And during that trip, I did like a PR event in New York for this brand. But they do a few different types of vitamins, and the one that I really found like the most helpful leading up to my wedding was called Relaxed Mood. I have it here. It basically promotes calm and relaxation because it has L-theanine in it plus zinc. L-theanine is found in a lot of teas. It just helps relax you. For this, you take 2 of them. They're gummies, so they taste really good. All of this line is gummies, which is like my favorite. I'm actually gonna take 2 of them right now because I have not taken them today, and I would just take this with tea. I mean, you can just take them on your own. It tastes really good. I'm gonna eat both of them. I liked this because it would just make me feel like I'm taking something that's gonna help promote that calm that I wanted to like achieve in every way. So on top of mentally and emotionally telling myself I wanted to be calm, I was also doing things physically, like drinking a lot of chamomile tea. I was telling you guys earlier, bride brain is a real thing. I found myself the Friday before my wedding that night on the whole of the internet taking driver's license tests for different states for fun to see if I could pass, because some of the laws are different and I wanted to see if I could figure it out. Of all the weird things I could have been doing or reading or getting into, that's the weirdest. The other thing I was doing is I was reading a lot because I felt like it kind of like calmed my soul, because I'm just a reader, I always have been. But I also was doing it as I was doing other things to keep me busy, like cleaning the house or working on my shop, just doing different things to kind of like keep my mind occupied, but keeping it off of like thinking about the wedding by listening to books. So I did use my Audible app a lot. I read quite a few books. I have one that I'm reading that I'm listening to right now that I'm really enjoying, and it's a sequel to a book that I also listened to on Audible, and I think I actually talked to you guys in a video about it. It's by Holly Madison, the Playboy Bunny. It's Down the Rabbit Hole was the first one, and then the second one is about her like time in Vegas, and it is called the Vegas Diaries. Holly Madison is the narrator of the book again, just like in the first one, which I think is kind of cool because if you watched her show and you kind of like know who she is, it just makes it like connects a little bit more to be hearing the story through her voice. But I really enjoyed the first one, and so I definitely wanted to listen to the second one, and I found that listening to books that were a little bit more like on the frivolous side, like what I would consider like girly beach reads, like Down the Rabbit Hole and like the Vegas Diaries and like anything by Sophie Kinsella or Emily Giffen, I think those are the names. Just anything that's a little bit less serious, I thought was the best for that time, because it was something where I just wanted something like lighthearted to take my mind off of it. So definitely would recommend both this book and that book for that, or if just in general, if you just want to listen to something that is like lighthearted. As always, if you guys want to get a free audiobook, you can go to audible.com/Elle and you can sign up for a free 30-day trial, which comes with a free book. So that is an awesome way to get to try it, but also just to get a free book out of it. I mean, even if you don't think you're going to be an audiobook person, I did not think I was going to be. I've talked about this before, and I actually really like it because it especially works for situations like what I'm talking about, where you need to do things physically to keep your mind off of things, but you also want to keep your mind occupied. You can listen to it and also do other things. Or if you're going on a road trip, it's really good. And I actually, like, I read regular books on my iPad, and I lost my iPad during the wedding, which is so sad. I think someone like took it by accident, like someone that was in the room, maybe even my family, I don't know, like someone has it, because I don't have it anymore, which is really sad. But it worked out because I've just been like listening to audiobooks like nonstop. I actually want to get a Kindle, I think. I've never had one. I've always just read on my iPad, but now that I've lost my iPad, and I was thinking about getting another iPad, and I realized the only thing I really ever do on my iPad is read. So I figure it would maybe be a little bit better to get like an e-reader. So if you guys want to leave your recommendations below, if Kindle's the best one, or maybe the Nook, I don't know what the best e-reader is. Leave me your suggestions below, because I definitely want to get one. And the last thing I want to show you guys is Alex and I have a new member in the family, and he's been sleeping on my desk this entire time, and I'm dying to show you. So introducing little Washi. This is our new baby. We told ourselves that we would get a new kitten after the wedding. We've been looking forward to it forever. And this is Washi. You're so cute. And he's the most snuggly of all of our kittens, and he has the same mommy and daddy as Baby Cat. So he's Baby Cat's brother from another litter. Yeah, that's what you are, brother from another litter. And he's so sweet. He's about 12 weeks old or 13 weeks old now. And he's just the sweetest little thing, and I wanted to show him to you guys. He was our like little like after wedding gift to ourselves that we decided to get. You are so sweet. I love you so much. And he is just like the sweetest, most snuggly little creature of all time, and we love him very much. And this is what they look like when they get big. This is baby cat. Let's get one in each hand and be a crazy cat person. Oh, yep, baby cat's like, no. I am noping right out of here. The little one's too little to nope. You're too little. You don't even know how to nope because you're too little. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chatty style video. I kind of want to do more chatty style videos. I haven't done one in so long. I feel like half of you guys are going to like not remember the last one and be like, why are you just talking to us and not like talking about makeup? But yeah, my next video will be makeup because I did a tutorial that I'm going to put up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in that video very shortly. And yeah, talk to you later. Bye.